evening. Hello. As ever, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, and this is an evening with. It's an evening with everyone this week because it's the last one of the month. So the link will be posted, assuming I've set everything up for it, which is a fairly big assumption. But it should be posted to all the social media everywhere. It will be put in the chat here, wherever the chat. You've got the chat, it'll be around here somewhere. I've put it on my Facebook page, on the Gross group, and on the Model Makers Boom Hut. If you're not a member of any of them, then why aren't you? You should be. But yes, I'm not alone this evening as well. I can actually start the show accompanied. I'm not left on me lonesome. We have Quanoman with me tonight. He's 0.69% more special than a princess, apparently. I've only put us like that because if I go to my normal only two of us screen, then it cuts off the end. But there we go. Some people can't put their name in; they have to be a bit special. So, hello and welcome. I'm just going to nip through the chat and see who's here before it all turns to pot and people join us and everything. As ever, the first person in was of course Pascal, and then we have this Quano Man bloke in who seems like Batfink or something. No idea. Sprue and Glue's here as well, saying hello. Gross Models bloke is around as well. I don't know why. We have Eric still here. He still hasn't got a picture yet. Look, he's that one there. He's just got an orange blob. You should have a picture. Get your picture. Get yourself a picture. Nice picture. Look good. Apparently, I'm now being referred to as captain, which I quite like. It's quite respectful, but it's not quite that respectful sometimes. So yeah. And it won't. It might go. Yeah, it might. But as long as LD's here and being respectful about it, that's fine as well. It's Captain Chris. I don't spill any paint, Williams. I don't know where this me spilling paint ideas come from. It didn't happen. Of course, we have here. Hang about. Skullfish. Of course, he's here. Cynical Steve is here as well, and Eric obviously because he has to. He says, "Skullfish." Yeah. Raging Basis is also here. Sprue and Glue, I've already said. My wife is watching from downstairs. Hello. I'm not in trouble at all for anything tonight. Nobody's going to mention any trouble that I'm in. It's fine. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Edward's here. Ross. And Stewpot. And it jumped. Oh, there we go. Back again. Shane is here. Lots of people coming in now. See. Tweaking Pig. Evening all. Evening everybody. Glad to see the buttons working. Indeed, I've set up two buttons on this. There's the long one and the short one. Oh, there are others, but you have to wait and see if they appear at some point throughout the course of the stream. So apparently I'm totally in trouble, but I don't know. Raging Basis says, "Is it just me or are pictures not showing up?" What pictures do you mean? You should be seeing exactly what I'm seeing there with pictures. I don't know what. Let me know what you're not seeing, and we'll see. Osric's come in as well. Eric says it would break the internet if I put a picture of me in there. It doesn't have to be a picture of you. It could be a fun picture of... Because I'm pretty sure that Skullfish doesn't look like that. And I know for a fact that my wife doesn't look like that. But Sprue and Glue's saying no pic. Are the pictures not loading properly for people? I don't understand, because they seem to be there. But I don't know. Can you see pictures?
Can I see? Yeah.
No, don't know. I mean, it should be sending. I don't know if it isn't. Then well, avatar pictures. No pics are showing. Says Raging Races and Sprue and Glue. Oh, I don't know then. They look like they're showing to me.
Showing up on mine.
If they're not, no avatars when you link to the chat. That's very strange. Let me swap out to the mini pictures. How's that? Is that coming up through now? No pics here, says Shane. Oh well, it's not a big deal, but it's nice when they do. But there you go. Are the words still coming up? I'm going to have to go and check and see what we're doing. So Anyway, it's 4 minutes past 9, 4 past 8 even, just about to be 5 minutes past now. So if I programmed it correctly, the text for everything, the text for joining, the link to join should be posted everywhere. It should be in the chat. It should be in all the Facebook pages and stuff that I've linked to. It's already on the message group for the gang and for my lovely patrons. So here we go. Apparently I broke the internet again, says Raging Basis, but yeah, there we go. That's the. I'll even put it on the bottom of the screen there, so you can see it. Hopefully, you can see it with a little picture that's my logo, but I don't know what you can see. It's all fine with text and volume for the chat, Chris. All is well, but just no pictures. Oh well, that's fine. Oh well, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, we'll make do. So while we're waiting to see if anybody joins in, how have you been for the last week? Or I haven't seen you for a few weeks actually since you've been in. Have you been doing anything or?
I've mostly been making myself go blind with Falcon. If I lift it off. So working my way through one panel at a time, doing the streaking and grimy gunkiness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got about halfway through front end, and I thought I'd put on the white too thin because it suddenly seemed to have a green tint to it. You know, just slightly off white green. So like, oh my God, I've got all this way, and then it suddenly decided to go funky on me. So, but then I had a look around the room, and first I realised I'd been at it for, like 12 hours. So, and as I was looking around the room, I realised it's not the paint that's gone funky, it's my eyes.
Yeah, that's generally best. If you start not being able to see things, it's time to step away from the paint fumes. And
yeah. And I need to get this stamp to put it back on. I'll squish it if I don't. I should really be picking it up with a white stamp thing, but it keeps coming off.
Spids here. I just had a quick look back through the video, and it seems that the icons are loading now, so it might have just had a little bit of time for them to not load properly, but hopefully they're all working as they should be now. So, if not, we'll get by without. It's fine. Eric is asking why I'm in trouble. I'm not in trouble. We mentioned that there's no trouble. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nobody should mention the trouble at all. No, don't. There's no beans. There's nothing to spill. It's fine. There's no trouble. Shh. Yeah, everyone's saying come on with beans, and yeah, and Carl's here saying hey Spiddy. You've got to say hello to me first. I'm here. I'm the captain apparently. You've got to talk to me first. You can't just come in and say hello to Spid. It's not on. If Spid wants to talk, he can come in here and join in. Yeah, there might have been a spider in the kitchen sink. I got a message while I was driving home saying that there was a spider in the kitchen sink. I was driving home, nothing I can do about it. But it was fine, it was still there when I came home. It's fine.
No, the bit where you stand next to the kitchen sink going, shoot.
Yeah, I did. I looked at it, and yeah, it's definitely a spider. She was right. Apparently you're all still orange blobs. He's definitely coming through here. I don't know. Oh well. We have another visitor. We have the gopher. He's popped his head up above ground again. Good evening.
Good evening.
Apparently Carl says, I did, you ignored me. Let me go back and check. Was it the one that said evening folks? Am I meant to... I'm just in with the folks, am I? Is that how it goes? That's fine, I understand. That's okay. Apparently I'm the Spider King. Did I laugh over the spider in the sink? No, nobody should change their avatar pictures to spiders, because that would be a bad thing to do, all right? Because they're not coming through, apparently, the pictures. So, It's safe in the sink. Ask it to wash the dishes while it's there. Yeah. There you go. Right. So, yeah, as I say, the link is there for all of you. If it's about, I'm one of the people. I'm one of the people indeed. I'll put the link to join once again in the chat there. But as I say, it's everywhere. While I'm here, I've got some buttons. I didn't press my welcome button. I'll press that as well. There we go. If you're here and watching, there's still time. Go and join the Gross group. Let's put the banner up as well. I haven't played with my banners for a long time. There we go. There's the Gross group. You can go and join that. Put some pictures in there. The pictures I will be presenting and showing a bit later on. We'll have a look at and see what everybody's been working on and how everything is, and we just look at it and laugh because it's funny. The next banner down is my Patreon link. You're all welcome to go along, have a look at my Patreon page site thing. Have a look, see if you want to contribute towards the running of this stream and other things as they go by. There is my website. I don't think I've got a button for the website. I thought I might have. Which I occasionally post little blog posts up and things and pictures and stuff that don't necessarily fit into web posts and things like that on the group. You can always email me. I have an email address there because it came with the website, so I might as well use it. So that's there. I should press my thank patrons button, which posts up the links to all of my lovely patrons. Well, not links, just the names of my lovely patrons in alphabetical order. Sprue and Glue's worried that did I make a drink? Of course I did. Everyone's saying hello to everybody, and I'm seeing all the links of my stuff. I did. I made a couple of drinks, even a big one, a normal cup size one, and an extra large one that she's probably already finished yet. But I'm sort of busy being pretty on telly, so I can't go and make another one quite yet. But I will at some point later on, afterwards. Yeah. So, anybody been doing anything? What's been going on? Nothing. I know you already talked about your Falcon, but and there's no extra planes that I can see on the roof over there.
Not at the moment. No, I'm just working on Age of Sigma Ballista.
Ballistics.
Ballista.
Oh, right.
That one.
All right. I know nothing about these things, but yes, it's Sigma type thing. That looks like. I like all these little extra detaily bits that, yeah. Impressive stuff.
Well, I've just finished off Night Quester. That's what I've just finished.
Nice. Are you not doing the Sigma part work thing then?
Yeah, I'm actually.
Oh, you are as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you saw last week, I did all these ones as well.
All right. You're following on and subscribing to it, and
yeah. Well, I'm not going to subscribe to it. I'll just get it, collect it. So I go generally over to the Games Workshop near enough every week. So pop over there and I'll pick up at the same
I think if you subscribe, you get a few extra bits, don't you? Extra tools and stuff, and
yeah, I just can't see the value in actually getting the extra bits, to be honest with you, at the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'll quite happily just collect because I don't do it to play the game. I just basically do it to have fun, detail, and learning new skills.
I keep getting told off for not playing the game because, yeah, but I've got no interest to it. It's not, Nah.
I mean, that's like one of the other ones is me little attack bike. I did.
Hang about. I shall make you a bigger screen again. All right. Yep.
So he's just another one I've done.
That's cool.
But last week, the big old tank that I think you've seen on the show not so long ago, the scratch build one, I did. That's now being displayed in the shop in Bradford.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Cool.
So I'm a bit chuffed when he actually asked me to bring it in and put it on display. So some of the other mech stuff that I did.
Spid thought you said blister. Yeah, similar, but not quite so messy. Messier at the other end of it when they've shot, but yeah. Eric is asking, have I seen the new planes from Aeronautica Imperialis? No, I've got the ones that you can't see me. I'll put it so you can see me again. I've got those four, which are in the middle of being painted on Sundays. Yeah, I'm not. I've not played the game. I've got no interest in playing the game, so I haven't bothered keeping up with anything. But it looks interesting. If they look good, I might pick some up. You never know. It might happen. Gemma's asking if anyone knows how Dad's feeling now. I've had a few messages backwards and forwards with, through the groups, and he did get better and then he got worse again. But I think he's getting better again now. So I'm sure he'll get better because look, I got that. That'll make him get better. Look what I got, Dad. Look, Efferston red, that way round. There, red. I picked up some paint tonight. I picked up that one earlier on, and some other metallics. What is there? There is Liberation Gold, Balthazar Gold, Castilian Bronze, and one I can't read, Ironbreaker, which is a silvery sort of thing. For putting some more panels on these, because the little panels need a bit more painting and stuff. And the red is, of course, for the big Banebladey thing. I've changed my mind on how I'm doing that, so yeah, keep in touch and you'll find out what's happening with that. But I'm not going to show it now because yeah, as Steve says, it's pretty cool getting your work on display in store. Yeah, it's always nice to show that people think you're appreciated and stuff. So
yeah, it's just basically I was asked because went in there for the first time in about nearly 2 years, and it was a new manager there, and he was wanting to look at what sort of things I was doing, and sort of saw the big tank that I converted from a T62, I think it is, that's converted over to the actual Warhammer type tank, and asked to bring it in.
Cool.
And then basically there were people in the shop playing the game, and they all sort of stopped and came over to look at it and sort of asked me if I could build them one. I said no. Took me 6 months to build that thing.
Spring Glue saying, are they the wishlist paints from the other day? Yes, two of them were my wishlist paints from the Sunday stream. And then I decided to get the big red, and I had a word with Lee, the manager, and said, I'm after some more metallics because I need to do the little panels and things, and what are good ones. So he suggested the other couple, so I picked those up while I was there. So yeah. Eric says the new planes are due out in April. Find out about that. Ray's here. Hello, my friends, and hi to Chris and Speedy Q8. See, two of us get a name out. That's the way to do it. You give me a name shout first, and then you can mention other people. But right, that's that. Yeah, I say mostly I've been doing those on Sundays. The planes. It's 4 of them. There's a picture in the group where you can see it better. I shall go through the pictures in the group shortly. The Baneblade is sitting behind me in secret. I've changed the way I'm painting the digital camo on it. So yeah, the latest video of the prep for the Baneblade is actually up now on the channel, so you can go and watch that. Don't watch it now. Wait until this is finished, and go and watch that. And all of the X-Wing and other thing, Terminator. That's it. They're all up to date now and all released and viewable to everybody. Was it 46 or 48 on the Terminator now? Is it? Kind of man.
Somewhere around there, I think. Because I've got as far as like is it hips on pelvis?
Yeah, I've got two halves of the pelvis, but I haven't joined them together yet.
Yes. I've seen one or two other people that had got the bits that joined the two halves together, but then just after they said they'd got that far, I got an email that came through saying that they've moved warehouse or something.
Yeah, they did that last month, I think. But so last month's was sort of delayed or something, but it should be back on track this month. I haven't looked to the account online to see if they've sent anything out or when they're ready to send stuff out again. But yeah.
But on the same day as the Terminator ones are out, I had like a massive marathon of them because I've got the subscription for DeLorean, so
Oh right.
they arrived on the same day as, well, yeah, same day as the Terminator ones, and I've just about got all of the Falcon unpackaged, and it's a massive box. So I had Terminator, DeLorean, and Falcon that were just spread. There were bits in every room of the house.
Yeah, that was last Wednesday. I had the X-wing increased from 2 a month to 5 every 5 weeks. So there's a box of 5 of them turned up, and the Terminator on the same day. And I picked up the issue 2 of the Age of Sigmar thing while I was shopping. So I had 10 part works sitting there to build frantically during the afternoon. Spring Glue says the delays are ongoing until March. So a couple of months. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. You know you get them eventually, so it's not worth getting worked up about. And, they come when they come. And if they don't come, then you complain and they send them out.
I'm eager for my next delivery of the DeLorean because it's like half a year that I've been on with it, but it's only just getting to the part that snagged enough of my interest to want to subscribe to it. Is the the inside of the steering wheel and all that kind of stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
But it's all wired up, so you got dashboard and all of the stuff lights up.
So you must. I've know people have finished the DeLorean build, so you must be you started subscribing late, or
yeah, they were coming up on like the last. Because originally it was it were meant to end at 150. I can't remember the exact number, but it were coming up to like we're almost done when I first found out about it. And then, because I've binge watched a bunch of videos where someone were building one, and thought I'll sign up for it. So, and then they got that extension.
yeah. So I thought it was 100 issues, wasn't it? And then it's 139 or something, or
Yeah,
it seems to be quite a.
because you have to buy it separately from your subscription. You have the 1950s wheels, from the third one where they get the DeLorean out of a cave and have to replace the tires.
Oh right, yeah.
50s wheels on. So those wheels you got to buy them separate from your subscription, which apparently few people weren't too chuffed about because.
You expect everything to come, but yeah, I think the extra optional continue the subscription thing was like a complete redo to make it from Back to the Future 3, wasn't it? Or
yeah, the extension, it has that circuit board because they had that on bonnet that's like a 1950s modification to replace a circuit board, and the train track wheels. So if
all right,
in
so you
effect,
didn't have to finish. You could finish when it finished and be happy with it, or you can continue on and get more options to change it up a bit.
yeah, with a distinct possibility that I'll end up sort of going for the full thing, and then I'll build it as far as it looked. When you first see it back out in first one, out of van, get a picture of that, convert it for the second movie because you got the flux capacitor, the Mr. Fusion thingy, that you switch out some bits for that. The flux capacitor that comes as stock is a bit, because it's, like clear piece of plastic for the Y-shaped bit, and then a single LED that's behind it. So it doesn't do that, like it does in film, where it does the fluxing stuff. But I've found a place that does an aftermarket kind of.
I've seen a few of those around yet.
So I think that's going to have to go in because it's just not going to look right with just it's on or off. It
No,
needs to do its
it needs
footing.
to animate and yeah.
It needs to pulsate.
That was a job. But
Spid says he's more than eager for it to stop being annoying and get the 1/3 Iron Man armor going. Yeah, I'm every day. I check the website and see if you can actually order it or not yet. And no, you can't yet. But someone did say in one of the groups that they'd contacted them and they said that there was a lot more interest than they thought. So they were getting enough stock in to be able to release it and release it to everybody rather than we've released it and no, we haven't got nearly enough stuff. So yeah, hopefully it is still coming. It's been released in a couple of different territories at the moment so far, so there is hope for it to come yet. But I don't know. January is normally the time of these part work things start, isn't it? Spruglu has sponsored an injured koala bear today. Congratulations. As Speed says, what do you sponsor it for? Not running, swimming, or they can't ride bikes, can they? So, John's in. Hi all. Hi John. Yeah, look, I can see that there's no picture on that. Speed's got a picture. Look, but John hasn't. Oh, there it is. Just loaded. Maybe it's just being a bit slow. Hopefully that's going out to everybody as well. But there we go. Spring Glue says March, April time for the Iron Man suit. Interesting, thank you. Is that insider information? How do you know that? Have you talked to him, or have you talked to somebody that's talked to him, or are you guessing? Yeah, that's one that I will be starting to do. But as Fitz says, hope so. It's the first part work I've really wanted. It is a good suit. It looks good. It's unfortunate that it's not half scale because that would fit well with R2 and the Terminator and the 3PO that I've got. But the third is good enough. Says from Blue. Is it secret insider information? We won't tell anybody. It's all right. Nobody watches these shows anyway. It's okay. Just between us. Ray's had good weather. That's nice. Yeah, it's nicer than it is around here. It's miserable, wet and cold, but apparently it's getting warmer the weekend. So we can hope.
Very windy here at the moment.
Yeah, it's meant to be like 12, 17 degrees or something, but it doesn't feel it. Right. Shall we have a look and see what's in the gross group? There's still time. Even while I'm doing the gross group, there's still time. I'll put the link in the chat for you to go and join it again. I'll put the banner up as well. I can put the banner up while I'm doing it. Look. There we go. Go and join the group, the facebook.com/groups/gross group. Put up some pictures. You can see some pictures there. Look, just down there of stuff that people have already put in. I can't click on that because that's just the stream. I'll have to click on the one that's over there. Let me bring that back over here. If I put that there, then I can see it and get to it. What did we see last week? Anyone remember? Did we see... I don't remember these. Did we see that last week? I don't remember seeing that last week. No,
that's me and my little lad when we went to Citadel, the shop.
Yeah, that must have been after last Thursday.
Yeah.
There's lots in here then. There's lots. We saw that was Pascal's workstation with his mini microwave. Yeah. We saw that. So there we go. 24th.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the date today.
30th
today, so 24th would have been within the last week. So there we go. Yes, we have. For some reason, it's not showing us the text, but the inside of a thing.
29. I'm doing.
It's a what? Sorry.
That's all the internals for the B29. It's the internals for the B29 that I'm actually building. It's a 148 scale B29 Super Fortress.
And that's the bombing bay of it, obviously.
Yeah, well, I've actually run out of paint to go on the outside of it at the moment.
Oh, right. There's always some more to come. We have. This is a Vader approved display. Why is it Vader approved? Is it just because it's all Imperial?
Yes.
I figured that. I was expecting there to be a Vader in the corner, sort of giving a thumbs up or something, but I can just see some of the cells for an Enterprise. So
Yeah, it's got a bit of a park. Star Trek's poking in.
There we have Ray. Spray, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Rick, there we go. Yes, getting started with Warhammer Age of Sigmar, new toys, Agrax,
that's,
and something yellow contrast.
Yeah, the technical paints, and that's a contrast one, that Evander yellow.
Oh right, yeah, I think I've got that one.
Agrax I picked up. And that's like a start.
This is a ballista that we saw at the beginning. Easy to build, it says. We have a small person.
That's my little lad, Roran.
This is obviously in the shop.
Yeah, he's having his first go at painting a figurine himself.
Cool. I figured it was in the shop, or your front room's got lots of Warhammer stuff in it.
Well, it's got lots of Warhammer stuff in it, but it's not my front room.
No, not quite that much.
No.
Cool. There we go. This is. Oh, he's done it in a good colour.
He's done it in a multicoloured one. It's sort of like started off brown, then it went to purple, blue, and then the red on top.
That's all right. It adds to the fun, doesn't it?
Yep.
There we go. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see the cloak's got painted, but not the head yet.
Yeah, that one.
Very nice, and obviously
that's the one in the shop.
This is your scratch buildy one, yeah. Yep,
and with the rest of the mech support around it and everything that I've done.
Do you know if they've had any complaints about it yet? Saying that's not how it should be.
Well, they're actually running a competition in the shop for naming it.
Cool.
So I was quite surprised.
There we go. This is the Decade Duck, apparently. The 3PO looks particularly good, I must admit. I saw that and thought they all look good, but the 3PO looks really good. I don't know if it's the lighting or the metallicness.
Is which one's it called now? Well, it used the Citadel Retributor armor for gold on it.
Oh right, yeah.
And then even though you can't actually see it, I've used one of my chrome marker pens to get, because he's got from knee down on one of his legs that's just like silver in it.
Oh no, different. I thought there might be other angles, but there isn't. This is Frankie's Porsche. It's got eyes, all glowy things on the front of it. Electricity. Look at those thin wires. That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cynical Steve has been doing some Lego. The Resistance 8-wing starfighter. Cool. Oh, it's got a Snap Wesley figure. Nice. David has obviously been doing more hamsteries with his stickers.
Oh.
Don't know why that one's small. No idea what happened there. Steve's still been doing more Lego. He seems to have drifted. He's either making stuff according to the instructions of Lego or making stuff according to no instructions at all. Doesn't seem to be any middle ground. That looks quite nice. I like that. There we go. That's the Aeronautica Imperialis fleet that I have at the moment. The 4 planes. Work in progress. That's how far I got on Sunday. Obviously, still more individual panels to do, and the little lightning bolts on the fronts of 2 of them have got to be tidied up, and some stuff on the underside as well. And then comes the weathering and everything. So still a few more weeks to go on those, I should think. We have the flying Death Star. I'm not entirely certain. Obviously, it's on the stand, but is that Photoshop or is there some other trickery going on?
I think it's a dodgy cowboy that's done a DIY job and left some parts out.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'll just start
I'm not so sure.
playing with it in the photo editing job.
Just a little bit, yeah. Does it comes with that base, does it? That's the standard.
Yeah, the same kind of base as you'd get for the 144 X-wing.
Yep.
Where it's just a ball, like on a ball joint.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I started fiddling with the photo.
Because I've seen a few of them being painted, but I've only seen them being held. I haven't seen them on a stand.
It's just a peg into, but it's just exactly the same standard. The standard as the X-wing, and you have a clear version for
Yeah, I saw that.
that Star Destroyer.
Yeah, one half figures. There do seem to be a few of them around, so the Iron Man's going to be a little bit short compared to them. But there we go. Swid's saying the internet's buffering. It's not my fault, I don't think. So yeah. Yeah, John says it's not buffering there, and Eric says it's all good. So it's just you, Spid. It's because you got hamsters running your internet and they're rubbish. Scottish Highlands, yeah, that's the problem. Scottish Highlands are bad weather. Oh, you don't need to say that. It means the same thing, doesn't it? You could just say Scottish Highlands. We'd know it was bad weather.
That they haven't got the hamsters running fast enough in the wheel.
That might be the problem as well. Steve's just likes to make, which is all fine. I must have missed something because you said it was a family show, but that's okay. I won't worry about that. Sprue and Glue says the planes are cool. Thank you very much. And Sprue Glue, Skullfish is sorry, but not really sorry, I don't think. So yeah. Right, that's enough comments. Let's go back to the group. There we have. This is Steve's fake Baneblade, which has got real Baneblade bits, but is built around. I can't remember what it is now. It's obviously a tank, but I can't remember if it was some. Not Action Man, but that sort of thing. Tank. I'm sure it'll tell us in a minute, and I might even notice. But yeah, that's that. More pictures of that. He's put Dozer tracks on the front. That's the one thing mine hasn't got. Carl has been. He's updating his bench. He's tidied his bench because it was a mess. So he's actually got rid of lots of stuff. It used to look like that. But he's obviously been tidying, moving to one side, and rebuilding Hobby Zone type units. Actually, Hobby Zone by the looks of it. Yeah, I can see the little logos in it. And now it looks like that. So yes, much tidier, much neater, and it's obviously still got the best sticker around, sitting on the top of the light. So as long as you keep that there, that's important.
Well, my sticky's turned up as well, by the way.
Yes, I think there's some pictures coming up of those. So yeah, thank you. Roger has been doing this Ed 209 or something.
Yeah,
Ed something, isn't it?
Yeah.
You probably put it in the text, but for some reason that's not coming up at the moment. But it is a menacing-looking robot, and it's quite scary.
Until the part in film where it's on its arse and starts squealing like a pig.
We've got an arm. What happened to the arm? Did it fall off?
That's when I was just finished painting it.
Oh, right, okay.
Before I started highlighting it.
Yeah, I do like the detail on those. I wouldn't have got anywhere near that amount of detail on it, but congratulations on that.
There you go.
Sprue says, you have 20 seconds to comply. Back to the group. Yeah, there we go. That's the arm attached again, but his head's fallen off. Oh, I don't know.
I hadn't done the head at that point.
Is that an Infinity Gauntlet he's wearing?
Probably. But no, I actually lost the head for about an hour and a half. It was sort of like vanished on the bench somewhere.
Yeah, that's terrible how they do that. You found it though.
Yeah, got his head in the end.
That's good. I like that. Very nice. I don't like that one so much.
No, it's got a bit blurred up for some reason.
There we go. Yes, stickers turned up, and they're so sticky they can be applied vertically, says Steve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're so sticky they make everything else stick to the wall.
Yeah. Magnetic stickies.
This is my family. I've been doing some Lego during the day today. Hagrid's hut with Hagrid and people. I don't know what it's obviously. Oh, it was the guy that was chopping off the head, wasn't it? The headsman and the other thing. And yep, little fireplace that lights up.
Right.
I don't want to mention it, but there's a spider there. I won't mention it though. It's fine. Steve's been doing. This was the one that the guy couldn't fit in with the canopy over him or something, if I remember correctly. And this was the 2 planes and a Jedi cockpit, I think. But obviously, once you put it in primer, it all blends together and looks right. Instead of being a collection of parts, it just becomes a spaceship. Sean has done the Evangelon Unit 01. The correct colours are a bit too bright, so he toned it down a bit. It's still very bright. It must have been really bright. And made his own base as well, so that looks really good. I like that. I don't know what it's from, but
I've seen a few episodes of that. I think it's on Netflix. But it's basically the same concept as Gundam, where you got a pilot inside, except for some reason they drowned the pilot in order to fly the plane. I got confused after that, which is an odd thing for people to do.
Yeah, it's like Japanese anime, isn't it? If I remember rightly.
it's got that look to it, isn't it? Yeah. That's my paints that I bought, just in case you couldn't see them when I held them up to the camera. And there we have some more stickers and tufts and I can't remember what they're called now. Not Primaris or something, is it? Or
No, they're
I don't know what they are.
Inquisitors. Inquisitors.
Inquisitors. That was it. There you go.
Or they?
Looking good. Ready for action.
Oh, they're
You have a
one, sorry.
question mark on them if they're Inquisitors.
No, they're liberators. Sorry, them ones.
All right. I still don't know. Raging Basis says it's from Neon Genesis Evangelion. I don't know what it is, but Spid seems to know what it is. So I'm sure it's, apparently I'm being told to shut up as well, but I won't worry about that.
Is that because you mentioned the Spidey word?
I might have, but I wasn't alone because Steve mentioned it as well. He didn't get in trouble, but
What Spideys?
I don't know what you're talking about, Eric. I don't think I'm being told off at all. It's fine. I'm not going to read that one out because I'll get in trouble, even though I didn't say it. So. Let's see, where are we? Edward's put up this giant stag beetle scary thing, and that's it. That's the end of the week. So it's still there if you want to post stuff up there for next week. You can post it now. If you post it now, it won't be shown this week because I've finished, but it will be there for next week. So feel free. You can chuck stuff up in there. Tom's saying I didn't have anything to post this week. That's fair enough. I'm not expecting everybody to post anything every week, but there's like 120 odd people in the group now, so it's growing at a fair rate. So I'm happy for everybody to put stuff up occasionally. Apparently the spider's now got a name. It's called Boris.
I don't know. He doesn't state anything about that.
Right, so that was that. I'll get rid of the group because I don't need that anymore. It's still here. You can still come and join in if you like, if you've got anything to say, or even if you just want to sit here and look pretty. More than happy for people to do that. I'll put the link in the chat again, and I'll even put it on the bottom of the screen so you can copy it down by pen and write it in manually. It's not easy to read, and it's probably just easier to find the chat and click on it, or find one of the pages or the Facebook posts or anything else like that and find it there, click on it, come along and join in, because it's fun, isn't it? It's funnier, isn't it, guys? Do you reckon?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
See?
you see, I've
See,
been
people say it's
practicing a
fun.
bit more with me floaty McBoaty thing with you as well now.
There we go. Oh, the wraithy ghosty things, yeah.
Yes, I've just been practicing a bit more.
Yeah, I think I haven't painted any of them myself, but they're getting the blend in the ghosty,
Yeah.
greeny cloth thing to
Right.
go.
That one there is probably a bit more.
Yeah, it's a bit more
blended.
visible. But yeah, I think it'd be easier with an airbrush, but that's sort of cheating. So
Yeah,
it's all about light glazes and stuff. Apparently, that's the way to do it.
yeah. So I've got that technical one, which is Hex-Ray Flame. I picked that up on the other day, and Agrax Earth. Yeah,
What you want is some of the Lamium Medium. which
Right.
is the like the clear paint. It's paint without any pigment in it, and you mix some of that with the paint, and it basically like waters it down, but without actually watering it down. So it still behaves the same way as paint,
Yeah.
but makes it more translucent. So
Right.
if you paint like the top bit in just paint, and then mix up some paint and Lamium medium and do sort of the next bit, and then mix in a bit more Lamium medium for the next bit and the next bit and the next bit, and eventually you get a glaze that's sort of graduated down, apparently. But that's the way to do it. I've been told. I haven't been able to do it myself yet, but that's the way to do it, apparently.
You have to excuse me. I've got Mrs. Gopher behind me talking to me at the same time.
Apparently, I'm still in trouble for not. I didn't mention it, and I'm in trouble. I don't know. And Eric's worried about my survivability rate. I think Raging Basis is going to finish his Bone Golem. Busy month getting his workshop sorted. But yeah, we'll be interested to see pictures and like that. Steve says, when I was a kid, I dropped a spider in varnish because I wanted to use it as an Action Man face hugger. It died, obviously, and my dad battered me for being cruel.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to read that one out because I'll get in trouble, but you know, I'm not going to show that one on screen because I'll get in trouble. Sprue Blue's asking about my favourite superhero. He's a character of a thing. I don't really have a favourite, but
I guess you're not getting any cookies tonight.
Eric says Jamie's in trouble. We're going to get slapped through the chat. And apparently I might not be around on Sunday because if nobody hears from me at any point, can somebody like report my wife for murder? Because I'm
So we
normally
just
around.
basically
If I'm not
contact the
around, then
local
something's gone
hospital for
seriously
the
wrong.
A&E department.
Gemma would need long arms, yeah. But yeah, no.
I mean, to get the gold and copper on my ones that I've been doing on my figures, I've been using them
Oh,
ones.
liquid gold. Oh, that's nice. I've been told about the Vallejo.
There's that one as well. Liquid
Oh,
copper.
that's got a nice rich colour to it.
Yeah. They are very
Yeah.
good. I mean,
I've been told about the Vallejo metal colours, but I haven't actually got any yet. But we have
Oh,
a
the other one.
fourth have joined us, which makes the screen nice and balanced. So I'll bring him along. We have bassist himself, Raging.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hey guys.
Hang about. I've got pictures. That's not the right one. I can make everybody a little bit bigger. There we go. That fits in a little bit nicer.
but Chris, this one here, you got to make sure you use spirits to clean the brush out.
Hang about. That's liquid copper. Yeah.
Yeah, you need the white spirit oil that to clean your brushes out if you use.
Oh, it's that bad, is it?
Well, yeah, it's for some reason. And then that one actually is the water based.
That's the one that I know people have used.
Yeah.
The metal colour ones. Yeah.
But this one's like a very, very like liquid.
Is it more of a
very watery? But it
lacquer?
does a very nice job. That's what's
Yeah.
on that one.
Oh right, that was for that. Yeah, nice. Right,
So-
bassist. How have you been? What you been doing?
Not a lot. I've been
haven't
trying to get loads of stuff done because I've got the workshop stuff. Like I have the Bone Golem, and I've got the Judge Dredd stuff. I've got a wet palette, so I'm gonna start doing that. And then my friend, who's my teacher, was like, "Okay, well, I've sorted this out for you now." So it's like fantastic.
You passed an exam or something, didn't you? That was the.
The exam's coming up soon.
Oh,
That's
right.
my grade 8, and then I'm going to start teaching. But the music school where she works, she's managed to get me a job a gig, so to speak, as to do a workshop as like a basic introduction to bass guitar. So I'm going to be doing that. So a lot of my focus has been away from painting and trying to, really get that like focus and done. But this is what he's currently halfway done.
Oh right, yeah, he looks like quite horrible actually, but in a nice way.
Yeah. So
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
yeah, what I'm going to do once I've finished the bone off, I'm going to give it a maybe a coat of Carberg Crimson just to bring out a bit of red on the bone, just so it doesn't look like clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
My idea behind it is like it's formed from a puddle or something, and the skulls are coming out of it.
Oh right, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
That way again.
that's the theory behind it anyway. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah,
Absolutely.
other than that, it's just been busy. I've got I brought a mini from, what was it, Kings of War, the new Mantic game.
I don't know it.
It's a really nice little mini, and it's all metal, which is strange at the moment for me because I'm so used to using plastic and whatever. But it's really nice. I just saw it. I thought, oh, that'll make a really good barbarian for like D&D. So I've been putting that together. And unfortunately, my super glue is really crap because it takes ages for anything to stick. So I went to the bicarbonate soda method and just like fused it together. So that's how. Oh, I've got just here. Hang on. And we're back. It's in multi-parts at the moment to do it, but
hang about. I shall make you big screen again. Yeah.
Yeah. This is harder than
It's
it
difficult
looks.
to see, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's very silvery by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm going to. He's all ready to paint now. He's just waiting for the decent weather to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Northern England.
Let's see what we got. Sprue Blue says, "Get well soon, Dad and Mama Fox." I didn't notice that either of them in the chat, but I'm sure they're. What was that? I saw something hang about. Eric says, "Wait, he has a stream on Sunday." Yes, occasionally. And Gemma says it's the one where he likes to spill paint and drop bits of what he's painting in the paint. Very amusing. Nothing like that ever happens. I don't know where that rumours come from, but it's not there. Shane is saying that networking is the key to getting work. I hope you get there. So we'll hope he gets there.
Yeah,
We're sure it will
go well. Well, basically, the idea behind the workshop, excuse me, is to get people interested in learning bass because they haven't got a specific bass teacher there. So because I only know bass. So
yeah, but you've got the wrong number of strings as well, haven't you? Then you've got extra strings on your bass that will just confuse people when you try and teach them.
This is the thing. This is what I've been saying. So I've got a 4-string that I'm trying to get fixed. However, the issue with that has come to light that it might cost me upwards of 400 to 500 to get fixed. Because some of the electrics look a bit knackered on it, so I'm going to see how much it costs.
Can't you just use your 5-string and just not use one of the strings? That'll be fine, won't it?
Yeah, but that could throw my intonation out. That's quite easy to throw my intonation out. So what I'm planning on doing is if I don't have to buy new pickups for it, for the 4-string, fine, great. 100 quid, 150 quid, fine, not an issue. If it comes to a point where I have to buy new pickups, which could range from like 200 quid a pickup, it's just cheaper for me to buy either a cheap mid-range bass or just get a cheap second-hand one. Just to teach, because 4-strings feel really weird for me because I've got quite big hands, so 4-strings are feel dead tiny and
we have a 5th joining us this evening. We have Tom. I'll bring him in. There we go. It's like bright daytime there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You can tell the difference between natural light and artificial light.
Yeah, it's over. Well, I have the sun over here in this window, but no, I was just looking up how much a quid was. So
yeah, exactly a pound. Yeah.
Huh?
Exactly 1 pound.
No, it's not that.
It's also equal to a squid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had to look it up because I hear you guys talking about. I kind of have an idea about a pound, but that's kind of roughly around $1.
Exactly. Well, it's like you've got dollars and bucks and things. They're all the same, aren't they? But
well, no, dollar and buck, yeah, but a buck is a dollar. But
yeah.
like $100, that's but that's different than it's more equivalent of a 50 cents piece here. And we're actually
direct thingy normally about there, yeah.
Well, because it's like a quarter is a quarter of a dollar here, but a quid is like 0.7. There's 20 quid in a pound.
No, 1 quid is a pound. Pound and quid are interchangeable.
Well, what's a shilling?
No, that's from long ago.
Well,
Okay.
Gone,
I-
that's 5
don't
points.
know where we're then.
Sorry, I didn't know. We've been using. I've never seen a pound or a shilling or a quid or.
Shillings are old style. That's like 5p. You don't want to worry about them.
Okay. What? All right, because I was trying to figure it out because he brought up a good point. He was talking about because you hear people talk about models, plastic models, as an expensive hobby, and he's doing it for a living. Granted, yeah, you get to make money playing your instrument, but I know a lot of guys that just that's what they do is a hobby. How's a plastic model hobby expensive when you compare it to like like a musician who does it for a hobby or RC enthusiast? I mean, that stuff gets real expensive real quick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or do you?
Yeah, but I suppose once you've bought your instrument or your RC car, then you've done the major outlay, and that's it. Whereas
Well,
the
that's what
plastic
you think,
habit
Chris.
is constantly replacing, isn't it?
That is what every musician says to themselves. Like, I've got my gear, I've got my amp, I've got my guitar, I've got my bass, whatever.
Sorted.
I'm good. Lies. Absolutely
Yeah.
filthy lies. I have got
Something.
stacks of books on theory, on jazz, on tablature. I've got pedals coming out my ears. I mean, I've just got given a pedal that's worth £250 now. I've got a very nice Cathedral Reverb, which isn't on my pedal board, and then I've got a £600 synth pedal. I'm just like, I need a bigger pedal board, and then that's another expense when you want to change your strings. Guitarists don't know how good they've got it with changing their strings, like like £10 or whatever, £10.
Frederick's got a good question. He says, "Does the dollar have a picture of Donald Trump on it?"
Not yet.
What I don't understand about American notes is they're all the same size, aren't they?
Yes.
So
Well, what do you mean size and shape, and not size versus value?
no, the values are obviously all different. They're written on it,
Yeah.
but
Yes,
you're not
they're
being
all-
very helpful to blind people and stuff like that because they've got no clue. You could hand them a note, and it could be any denomination at all. They've got no way of telling what it is.
That's true.
That's very true. I never thought about it.
Whereas at
do
least
that.
in the UK, they're all different sizes, and even the £10 note's got little braille things on the corner of it now.
You know, I've never stroked a dollar bill, so I don't know if there might be something on it.
Apparently, it is a problem. I've seen things about it. A lot of blind people apparently fold them in different ways when they get them, so they'll know
Oh,
that
yeah,
if it's a 20, it's folded like this. But obviously, that only knows the ones you've got, not the ones you get given back in change or anything. You have to be trusting.
Okay, yeah, because ours is set up purely for anti-counterfeiting. That's all our.
Yeah, but that
bill's
doesn't
meant
work, does it?
Well, depends on how good the counterfeit is, but to get it right, there's a lot of ways to tell a note from a counterfeit, depending on the inks, how they burn, how they feel.
Yeah,
'cause
the
they're not
trouble with burning them is that you've burnt it.
Isn't
Yeah,
that to burn like your?
Oh, no, that
currency,
was a good
isn't
one.
it a
Oh.
federal offense? I thought like burning a dollar or like burning money was like a federal offense or something.
It
I
could be.
think in
I've
theory
never bought
defacing
one.
So
currency is, but yeah.
So here's the thing about that. Like, okay, you go to police, like the cops have got the money. Okay, we need to test this. Let's burn it. Okay, it's like then who's going to arrest them for committing a federal offense, or do they get away with it?
Well, no. They don't test it. They have even more sophisticated tests. No, I'm just saying, and I think that's a myth anyway. I've never actually done it. I'm not burning money. Don't. I'll watch that guy on YouTube.
You're not burning money. You make models. Of course, you're burning money.
No. I've also got a pool in the backyard. So that means basically every month I just ball up a $50 bill and throw it in the pool. I mean, just in chemicals. And well, there's a $100 bill for the light bill that powers the pump. So I just basically throw that money in the pool. So yeah, I get that, but I'm not going to say, "Hey, watch this." But no, I can't. At least
also,
I end up getting the
when you go shopping, the prices that are on the shelf isn't actually the price that it's going to cost you either, is it?
Oh no, you're breaking up.
Still there, or are you gone? you...
No, I
Hold
think
on, you guys are breaking up.
I'm not breaking up. I'm
fine.
perfectly all right.
we're
I'm here.
good.
Okay, I think everything's getting back to normal now.
I don't know.
Okay. It depends on what state you're in, and it depends on what city you're in.
Because then
And
they put different taxes on top of stuff. But
well,
yeah.
there's some states that don't have sales tax, and then there's a lot of states that have sales tax. Like
and they can be different amounts.
yes,
Just
depending
to make
on
it
the
nice
state.
and easy, yeah.
Well, for your state, I mean, for me, I pay the same 6% sales tax on everything. Well, except gas and groceries.
Yeah.
No
So-
sales tax on.
So
Right.
in theory, if you're next to a state line, could you just nip over and do your shopping there cheaper and then
Yeah,
just bring it
people do
back?
that.
Or is that bad?
Oh yeah, people do
That's
that.
perfectly legal.
Yeah,
You're not importing or anything like this. Doesn't count as anything.
no, because the sales tax goes to the state that collected it. So because it was sold in that state. That's why
Yeah.
the big thing here is with Amazon, you've got the online retailers, and they might be based out of a state that doesn't collect sales tax.
Oh, right.
So now there's laws. That's why there's been a lot of the pop-ups on a lot of the disclaimers popping up. So, okay, well, depending on your state, there may be a sales tax collected because states were like, whoa. Amazon, you're not giving us our cut of the sales you're making because wherever they're located doesn't have a sales tax. So, no, we do. Yeah. I mean, but now I believe our income tax is a lot less than yours is over there, though. And I don't know if you guys pay income tax or property taxes.
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of taxes, but it's the same throughout the entire country. As John says, in Canada, it's 15% on all purchases. So it's just, you know, exactly what you're going to get. But is it included on the shelf price there then? Because they know what it's going to be. So if you go into a shop in Canada, is that the price you pay, or do they add that on
No.
afterwards?
That's the price the store is selling it to you because it's not the same all over the country.
Well, it is in Canada. He just said it's 15% everywhere.
Well, it's different everywhere here, depending on the state. So I guess they can do it differently. And it depends on what the consumer wants. We've grown so accustomed to, okay, the price of this widget is $1. Well, you know that when you get up to the register, it's going to instantly become $1.06 because the store gets their dollar and then the government gets their 6%.
Yeah.
Just how it's been figured. That's why if you buy $100 worth of stuff, it's going to be 106.
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, in normal shops, the price on the ticket will be, say, £1, £5, whatever. That will be what you actually hand over to the cashier because it's including the tax. The prices
Well,
are
it's
worked out to
included.
include the tax. But if you're buying for trade or something like that, sometimes they don't include the tax because you can claim it back and it's all, you know, for business use and things. But in normal use, it's always there. It's just sorted.
When I was self-employed as a musician, well, technically I still am, but it's on hold. So when I start teaching, I will have to go back to that.
Yep.
So a lot of the like when I was getting my bass sorted out, when I was buying strings, buying my amps, but you know what, anything to do, even plectros is like 35p a pop. So I would buy them in bulk. I can play it, you know, I can claim all that back, like no issue. So when I bought like a couple of expensive pedals that year, we spent about $2.5 on finishing the album off. I got like a tax rebate of like £800 or something, and it was great because I was unemployed. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, they're well, here we have a notoriously complex tax system, and it's hard. I mean, we do our own taxes and stuff, but it's a pain in the butt. I mean, just because lots of reading, lots of trying to get deductions. And with the recent in 2017, they did a tax reform thing that, like, for me, a lot of my deductions come from the family's medical cost. So, because we had a lot of medical bills. But
right.
in
Yeah.
2017, they raised it.
We have a sixth joining us this evening. We've got a full house now. We have Vincent, Mr. Loft Model Making. Good evening,
Hey.
Vincent. Everyone.
Hello.
Haven't seen
How's
you
it
in a
been?
while.
You've come just in time for the discussion about taxes.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
We're now in Gross Models episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Can't really afford a taxi over here.
How to dodge your tax bill.
Well, the worst is when
Um,
you import something from states. Like because I'm an ICP fan, so I was importing stuff from Hatch Gear, like Insane House Potty merch. I ordered like a $20 thing, and I got hit with like a importing fee and handling charge of nearly 30. I was like, this is nearly double what I paid.
Yeah.
Like absolutely stupid, annoying.
I think that's a UK thing because it doesn't cost that much here for me to get stuff from abroad.
Yeah, if you get stung for import taxes, then they put the tax on top, and then they put the VAT on top of that, and then they add a handling fee of whatever they want to feel like putting on top of that.
It's literally like nearly doubles the price of some stuff at times. It's like, Jesus. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you are lucky and it'll just go right through. But when you get stung, oh, it hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah, that must be a UK thing because I've never seen or heard anything like that over here.
We had some gifts sent over for one Christmas for kids from one of our family members over in America, and we had to pay, I think it was 47 quid for receiving this parcel, otherwise they wouldn't let us have it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of expensive to get that metallizer from England. It did cost almost as much to get from England, but I get stuff from all over the world, but I guess England's just particularly expensive to go in and out of.
Yeah, well, there are ways to avoid it. I mean, if I was ordering something from a shop in America and it said, is there like an option to put on the label? I think if you put it as gift, you get away with it because it's a gift. So when I've ordered stuff from eBay, they normally put it as a gift, and they normally can kind of avoid the tax part of it. And you come through
the trouble with that is if they put a lower value on the label than it actually is, and it does get lost in the post, you can only claim back to the lower value that you claimed it was. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I could probably get everything I need for my hobbies here, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes I like Japanese stuff, so what can I say? I mean,
Lord Barkley says you should buy from the man in the back of the van, and then you don't have to pay any tax at all. We can't condone that.
There's a couple
you never know what you're getting out of that van.
there's quite a number of.
Well, let's hope by Saturday we should have a new deal coming in with America anyway. So hopefully we'll get a free trade deal with America, and that way after Saturday, after tomorrow, I should say.
Sorry, you're saying something, Vincent?
There's quite a number of shops if you're shopping in Japan that will actually undervalue it.
Yeah, that's fine until it goes missing. But yeah, John says that shipping from the States to Canada is crazy expensive as well. So,
I don't think I've ever gotten anything from Canada.
It might not be expensive going the other way.
Yeah. That's true.
There's some sort of discussion going on in the background of the chat about my wife and spiders, and I'm just going to keep well away from it because I think that's probably the safest option, is just not to draw attention to it. But I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. When in doubt, I didn't hear.
When in doubt,
anything.
just don't mention it at all. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's been a fun couple of days here.
Yeah, there's nothing that's not going to help my argument at all.
Sorry, I apologize.
He's going to get slapped, says my wife. I don't know if I'm assuming it's probably not you. It's probably me, even though I have no control over what you do on your cameras.
Another one. Oh.
That's got a happy smiley face on it though, on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Lots of spiders. But
I mean, I must admit, I don't like spiders. They don't appeal to me in any way, but I don't have to run away from them. I wouldn't voluntarily go and pick one up, but you know.
I am terrified of the bloody things. I've actually kickstarted. Oh God!
Yeah, I just wouldn't.
No, God, no. I've kickstarted a book for D&D, the new Tomb of Beast Volume 2, and so you can have a submission for a monster. Because I'm afraid of snakes and spiders, I'm going to do a combination of the two. Arachnid snake or something, because they both creep me the out.
Arachnus slitheris. There you go. I don't know how that would work, but it would have legs out of its head or something. Either way, terrifying. Like,
No, just no snakes, no spiders, please. Apart from this Lego one, which is fairly harmless.
Yeah, that's like Model 1 plastic one's not, absolutely no problem at all. But apparently they're still just as bad. I'm getting shouted at in the chat. But,
Do you guys have any poisonous stuff?
I mean venomous.
That's the irony. Nothing in Western Europe is poisonous.
No,
poisonous means if you eat it, you'll die. Venomous means if it bites you, you'll die.
Okay, venomous then.
I'm not going to bite any of them, so they can be poisonous. I don't care.
Wait, nothing in Western Europe, huh? Okay. There's snakes.
Unless you're like allergic, of course.
Well, like then a bee will take you out.
Unless you special order one.
No, I don't like snakes. Well, here there's snakes that'll take you out. Like in eastern United States. I mean, we've even got
we have vipers over here, but they're like
vipers. That sounds dangerous.
We have proper vipers, but they're only like that big, and they really.
Oh, that's like a garter snake here.
yeah, but they are proper vipers, but they're really, really small.
Steve says it sounds like a bad horror film. Arachna snakes. Yeah. Osric's got 2 pet snakes, but he hasn't got any tarantulas yet.
Yeah. See, I'm okay with spiders. I mean, I'm not going to have one as a pet, but snakes, I don't know enough about them.
Again, knowing that none of them are dangerous to me, I don't have a problem with snakes. But spiders, I just don't like. You should never pick on something that's got more legs than you have.
And eyes. They have eyes as well.
Or less legs. But for me, here, I can't tell the difference.
What, between a snake and a spider?
Between snakes and spiders. Because that's quite easy to tell the difference. You could just count the legs and you'd be done.
Figured out the whole difference between legless and too many legs. But no, I can't tell the difference between like a water moccasin or a black snake. Well, I guess I could a black snake, but there's a diamondback.
Apparently snakes are fine, so we might be getting a pet snake.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
And you don't have to worry about a poisonous one. I'm always worried that if I see something, it's like, I don't know if it's going to one bite could take me out in a race. You can go over there.
Yeah, but at least I live in Australia.
Yeah, Australia's just made of things that'll kill you. There's no.
Yeah, everything's trying to kill you down there. I mean, a friend of mine was serving in Iraq, and he was talking about camel spiders. That is a scary thing. These are like giant spiders. That
the humps.
Because they want to be in your shadow. So if you run, these giant spider-looking things will chase you because they want to stand in your shadow. He was telling me about that, and I was like, man.
Yeah.
He's like, you can step on it, but it's big and it's fast.
This is why I won't go to Australia, because everything will try and kill you. Like I've got a friend who lives in Australia, and he's just got like a cupboard full of like anti-venom. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's no way to live.
Yeah, I think I'd just be,
Bit my back, widowed twice. I'm like, it shouldn't happen once.
I know. Ow. I've never been bit by a snake, and I plan on keeping it that way.
I have some pictures from when I went to Australia of they had a place where you could do the whole hold a crocodile, a baby one.
Pass.
They handed it to me and they'd put sort of sellotape round its mouth to hold it shut. And as I'm holding it, I could feel its heartbeat through its chest, so that was kind of cool. But then I suddenly, the heartbeat started going just that bit faster, and it started working its mouth loose. And I was like, take it back, because you just told me if this thing gets its mouth loose, it has strong enough jaws to bite a finger off. I'll take it back, or I'm going to throw it back at you.
It's coming at you. Oh, we have.
And they had, because I was staying with my dad's cousin, and he says to me, "Come and have a look at this. Come and have a look at this. It's really cool." So he takes me to the bottom of the garden, and at first I thought I was looking at ants. You know, they were like, it lifted a barrel to one side, and underneath, it just looked like what you'd expect to see. You know, the teeny tiny little ants. Except he said, "Don't let them get in near you, because that red dot on the back means that they'll eat you. They'll try and kill you, and they'll just pile in and try and eat your corpse." So I'm like, "Yeah, cheers for that. I'm not sleeping again for the rest of this trip."
And that's in Australia, though. Here we have fire ants. They don't try to eat you, but they will bite you, and it hurts. But it's not. They don't try to eat you. I mean,
aren't you starting to get trouble with like what are those called again? Those Southern American ants that basically run over everything and eat everything in their path.
Locust.
No,
No,
those migrating ants. I forget the name.
oh,
Because I think
might-
those are starting to come into America.
oh, I know what you're talking about. Like the bridge making ants. What are
Yeah,
those
like
things?
they just keep walking.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
just been
yeah.
handed a note that you might be able to read. I've got it full screen.
Okay.
I don't know why. I can't possibly think why it should be upsetting for some people, but
Yeah.
Is it because
Yeah.
you go to visit bottom of my garden in Australia and see the little spiders with red dots?
no.
No, I'll stay away from them. But here,
I was talking about army ants for some reason. I'm not sure why that is.
okay. But it's like, well, here in the States, we got a place called Florida. And if you go down to Florida, there's chunks down there where you can go visit like gator farms. I mean, they're not crocodiles, they're alligators. And crazy folks get in there and wrestle them. And big gators, I mean, 8-foot gators. I mean, not baby gator you can hold, but
What
baby gator.
I
take
know
your leg.
crocodiles and alligators are different, but they're basically the same, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just.
Is there anything? Is one more violent than the other, or is it? Why?
Well, I've heard crocodiles were more aggressive.
I know one
But-
of them you see in a while, and one of them you see later. But apart from that, I don't know the difference between them.
Yeah.
One
Well-
fresh water and the other one salt water.
Is that it? They're
No,
both
'cause I
big
think
snappy
they
lizard
actually
things,
have-
but
In Australia, of course, they have saltwater crocodiles. But I think I want to say it's something to do with the pointiness of their nose or something stupid. I'm not a crocodile or alligator expert, but I've heard of saltwater crocodiles, and he might be right. I mean, you might be right, and it's the saltwater thing, but I also want to say, like, because they got crocodiles down in Florida too. So, because they live in all the canals that run through South Florida, and they get in people's pools.
what are the ones that live in the sewers?
Huh?
What are the ones
Like,
that
no,
live in
in
the
a-
sewers? Is that
I think that
You're
might
right.
be it. Well, because in Florida they have all these canals, and it's the swamp. Because what is the name of that swamp? Everglades. The Everglades is like a national. You can outrun one of them. What? An alligator? Alligators are fast. They really are. I've seen them. No, they're.
I think Lord Barkley's asking, can you outrun them? I think you have to do it in a zigzag, don't you? That's the thing, because they can't turn very
Yeah, I think
quickly.
I've heard something like that. No, don't get close to them because they're fast. They're fast, and you know why they tape their jaw shut?
But if you're
because-
behind them, you're okay, because they can't turn around very quick.
Yeah, that's what the thing is. Don't get in front of them because they can run like 20 miles an hour or something stupid. once
Apparently,
they're out.
Eric wants to see me try and ride a bull. He doesn't think I'll last more than 2 seconds. I might. I'm quite heavy, so it might not be able to move very quick.
Get a little
No, it's how good a balance you have. The bull's 8,000 pounds, man. You ain't gonna slow it down.
I'm not that
It's
heavy.
like a 8,000 pound bull. You're not.
taping
You're not going to
shelter
slow it down.
taping-
Yeah, I don't particularly want to ride it. I wouldn't mind one of them, the ones they have in the bars where you just the
they're
robotic
fun.
ones.
They are fun.
The robot.
That'd be quite good fun, I think. But I wouldn't want to try a real one.
Practice pool.
Oh, Lord Barkley corrects me. He says it's turtles that live in sewers. Yeah, sorry.
taping the jaw strap is actually a pretty easy way to do it, because basically, and that's for almost all predatory animals, the muscles to open the jaw are like far weaker than the muscles to
Yeah.
keep it down, because
Yep.
opening
With alligator, their bite is so nasty. Like, they don't have to rip your arm off. They've got special bacteria in their mouth
yeah,
that'll like make the wound rot and fester and just get really bad.
So if they bite you and you get away, they'll just follow you a little bit and they'll catch you soon.
yeah, there's a
Your
bunch
arm
of
will fall
reptiles
off.
that do that. Though, like Komodo lizards have really, really nasty bacteria in their mouth as well. They basically don't really have to chew you to death. They just like one bite and
Wait for you to die.
Lick you a little bit. Lick you a
Yeah.
little bit and you'll die later.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I've seen gator farms down in Florida, and I've been to them. I've watched crazy guys wrestle them. Hey, more power to you. It's entertaining to watch, but I'm not doing it.
This Fid's saying, speaking of gators, you watched Live and Let Die the other day. The scene from the gator farm where he runs across the backs of them. It's still impressive.
Also, something I wouldn't do. I can imagine that first gator gets your ankle one good time, and the other ones decide to take you apart just for the taste of it. Now, I'll see what-
Spid says a little bit of film trivia done by the owner of the farm. Apparently, they were discussing means of setting up the stunt and get the stuntman. He said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Oh,
Stuntmen are crazy, though. I've heard a lot of them talking. Stuntmen are crazy.
Well, they sort of got to be a little bit, haven't they? Yeah. But they get paid quite a bit.
Yeah. Nope, I can definitely see it. Oh no, so it's crazy here, and I guess everybody's happy about that. So now Brexit happens, what, Friday? Something like that?
we're in like season. We're in like what season 4 of this now. And I'm getting bored with it. I just wish they'd end it, because like we're 4 seasons and not a lot's changed since season 2. They keep changing out characters, and it's just end the series.
Bring it to a conclusion.
Yeah, just come on, guys. Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what happens. I mean, I don't know. Because they still got a year, because it's up to the European Union, because what happens next, right? Because they're over there.
Nobody really knows, so But yeah.
Not even Prime Minister knows.
now we're meant to work out. We've got 1 year of transition, which basically means that, in all intents and purposes, the status quo remains, with the exception that no British representation in Parliament for the next year.
Yeah.
And then after that year, we're supposed to have a trade deal. But if you know a bit of global politics, a trade
Yeah.
deal-
Yeah, because
Tariffs.
obviously in the next year we're going to be able to sort it out, because we've done all the prep work over the last 3 or 4 years, because we haven't actually done anything.
No, don't lie to yourself here.
Oh, yeah, the transition has been so
You couldn't
smooth
agree
so
on what to do, so you didn't.
Oh, sorry, fellas. I got to take this one.
No problem. Have a good one. Right. We're about coming to the end anyway. So, any last orders? Any last mentions? Subjects? Anything?
If Gemma doesn't like the idea of talking about ants, spiders, and everything, I can go to on my D&D books and I'll see what lovely creatures I can pull out.
They'll be quite nice in there. Yeah.
I won't do that. It's fine. I'll behave. I'll be good.
Yeah, but I think fictional creatures, I don't think are going to be a problem. I
You
don't know.
never know.
I don't
I'll see if I
know.
can find one. I'll post it in the group. I'll see what I can find. Chris, show Gemma this.
Yeah. No, well, she's in the group. She can see it herself.
Oh, fantastic.
Still talking about gators. Only natural enemy other than humans is the anaconda or boa, not native to Florida. How do they know they're natural enemies if they're not native? They just sort of wave them around and say, "What do you want to eat?" and stuff.
Do you remember the movie Anaconda?
I don't know.
That was a good movie.
It was rubbish.
It was a good movie.
Was it a huge giant snake?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
ridiculous,
have. Yeah.
oversized giant snake. It was terrible, but that good terrible movie where it's like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
terrible.
It's
But I
so
love it.
bad it's bad. Good.
Yeah,
Great.
it's like the Leprechaun or Kill Clowns from Outer Space, stuff like that. Where it's like, this is rubbish. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like the first Sharknado. I was like, what the fuck am I even watching? This but then it's like Sharknado 2, Sharknado 3, and then you're like, no.
There's like 7 of them now, apparently.
There's a new shark movie.
Yeah.
It's called Shark Priest or something, or Velocipriest. Something. It's like a shark or a dinosaur, and it's a priest or some sort of.
Oh yes, I saw a picture for that. It was I can't
Godzilla or
remember.
something like that's called, isn't it?
It would
Oh, what is it now? Oh, it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to find it and watch it. Oh, you spend your Friday nights? I'm watching terrible movies on Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of Burmese pythons now live in the Everglades, competing with alligators for food.
Yeah, because people.
Steve's waiting for the dragon to turn up and destroy Westminster, but it only happens in his head. What was the Reign of Fire? That was the dragon
that's
attacking
what-
things film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember it being terrible.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be the start of a whole new series, and it was that bad that they just
Yeah.
made the one and stepped away quietly.
Was Dragonheart the one with Sean Connery?
Oh, Dragonheart was a classic. Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 movies. I think they made.
I think they've made about 3 of them. Then it's one of those films they should have left it as a first one, and that was it.
Definitely.
First and second one was just as good as the first one, I think, because that was still with Sean Connery. Then the third one wasn't with Sean Connery at all, and it's like,
It's that bad he couldn't even bother doing it.
But here's something weird. So you remember the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out, like the
movie,
first,
yeah.
right? I didn't know there were 2 sequels to it.
Really?
yeah,
No, I didn't know there were 2 sequels to
went-
it.
So I went out, got the
Yeah,
2
there is.
sequels. So, right, let us torture myself. The first one's terrible. The other 2 are actually quite good movies. It's
Yeah.
actually quite faithful to the D&D lore. So like, this is pretty decent. When I watched the first one, I was like, yeah, this one's still terrible. But the other 2, the sequels are actually a lot better than the first one. So
Yeah, I've got the first one on DVD somewhere, but I didn't know there were
sorry.
any more. I'll have to look out for them.
no, the other 2, I think the other 2 are free on. You can watch them on YouTube for free. So
Yeah. It's easy. Well, I'm not going to buy a film like that, no.
I did. 'cause I'm a
Speed
sucker.
says Zombieva was good. He can recommend Sharktopus. I think he's making them up now.
I think I've seen
I
that.
don't know. You
He
never
probably isn't. That's the scary thing.
There's a great one, and it is super low budget. I mean, terribly low budget. Called Beast the Bunny. I'll put it in the chat. It is utter terribleness, but it's great at the same time. I am not making this up. I swear down, I am not making this
I
up.
bet you are.
like,
I'm
I'm
still
really
trying to
not-
remember what that priest one
I-
was.
It's like
Decent
Iron Sky. That's such a.
That's it, Velocipasta. No, someone's just put it in chat.
That was it, yes.
Iron
Yeah.
Sky is the cult classic like that as well, where you just get these Nazis on the moon stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's that called?
Actually
now?
making a sequel to that because that was
Moonbase Al.
a genuine cult hit. That.
It's a real movie.
Sprue and Glue says Nuns with Guns. Yeah, I don't think I need to watch that either.
I
Right.
love me some terrible horror movies.
There was one with giant snakes versus giant crocs, starring Debbie Gibson. What was the Rock did one recently, didn't he? Or was it Rampage or something? That was
Yes,
giant
Yeah.
wolves
right.
and something.
Yeah, but that's based on the video game from the late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s from the arcade. So we can let that
It's
that
got a bit
slide.
of a pass, but anything with the Rock in it's got to be quite good.
There's a
Well,
terrible
unless
one
you
called.
pass Doom, that was absolute crap.
No, it was all right.
Doom.
What-
It was fun. I like the first person bit on it. That was great.
The first thing was good. The sequel to it's.
I don't think I saw that.
No, just I spent £3 on it, and then, even then I felt ripped off. I was like, "This is really bad." It's like I'm happy to pay £3 for a terrible movie, and I can get some sort of perverse pleasure out of it. I felt ripped off for £3. That's how bad that is.
Yeah.
I've only watched half of it.
Lord Barkley says the best B movies were in the early 80s, or like The Swarm and stuff like that. They were B movies, weren't they? Yeah.
Anything by Troma.
Eric says next week on Time and Telly. Yeah, we'll do rubbish movies next week.
Oh, man.
So your homework for this week is to find the worst movie that you can find.
I've got it already. It's fine. Don't worry.
Let us know all about it.
Rubbish movies from the 80s with a cult following. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, well, that wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Troll
never a
2.
terrible movie, was it? That was all
Troll
right, but
Ladies and gentlemen, the
It was
worst
alright, but
movie.
like, in hindsight, it's a pretty bad movie.
well,
but
yeah. But in
It's
hindsight,
not.
most movies of that era were pretty bad. But yeah, they were all good. But
yeah,
bad.
it was a grim era for cinema. That admits.
Phil Lewis is coming. So on that note, it's time to call it a night. Evening, Phil. You missed it. It was an hour and a half ago. So yeah, you rewind and watch from the beginning again, but skip the bits about spiders because you don't need to watch them. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I shall get rid of you one at a time, as is my tradition. So from we'll go from the right. We might as well. That's the order you came in. So we'll get rid of. Actually, I'll go from the other end. I'll get rid of the person who's been here the longest first. So I shall remove 0.69%. Thank you for coming in, and we'll see you again another time.
Cool.
Yeah.
We shall get rid of Ross the Gopher. Thank you again.
See
Good
you
night.
later.
I did.
Good night.
And Raging Basis, thank you for coming in, and see you
Adios.
another time. And Vincent, Mr. Loths, thank you very much for popping in. See you soon.
Catch you later.
And me, I shall say goodbye to everybody as well. I'll finish off as ever, thanking you all for watching, because without watching, there's no point in us doing it, although we just hang around and chat when there's a group of us, but you know. It's Thursday today, so the next thing happening is indeed Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. I shall be doing more Warhamstery type stuff, the planes, with the new paints that I got, so watch that. I think there's the breakfast thing. Colin and that will be doing their thing early on, like lunchtime on Sunday. Then Fox will be doing his Warhammer on 3 o'clock on Sunday, and then mine at 8. On Monday, it's E-Models night. There's still a chance to win that, whatever it was we gave away. I think we did a thing. Go and comment on last week's E-Models stream. You might win something. So see that. That's 9 o'clock on Monday, and then next Thursday, it's back to not all of you. You can all watch, obviously, but you can't all join in next time. It's just back to me and the gang, unless if none of the gang turn up, then I'll open it up to everybody, as I tend to do anyway. So thank you all for watching. I shall just have a look. Everyone just saying good night in the chat there, so there's nothing to mention. I shall click on the button to put the closing music over the top, and I shall say thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Enjoy yourselves. Good night.